Hello, my darlings. My name is Victoria, and this is Veritas Tarot. Leo, I'm going to do your spring reading for you today. First of all, I wanted to say sorry that I haven't read for you in a while. I did have COVID, and that sort of kept me quiet for a little bit, but I'm back and looking forward to doing a reading for you today. I am using my Witch's Wisdom Tarot. We're going to be looking at what you're feeling about yourself right now, what you're most wishing for, Spirit's advice, and if you were to take Spirit's advice, and shift accordingly, what could be a likely outcome for you. If this reading resonates, my darling, it simply means that you are receiving messages at exactly the right time for you. And in resonating, you are remembering what your soul already knows. If the reading doesn't resonate, it simply means it was not for you at this time. But there will always be a reading out there for you at exactly the right time as guided by Spirit. In the background, you can see my little nut who's just mucked up the sofa to make herself comfy. She's my little Daxi puppy. I have got 3 dogs. 2 of them are with me now, but she is 8 months old now. And some of you may know her from when she used to appear in my videos. She's just a little bit too big now for that. So, my darlings, this is for Leo, for those that most need to hear these messages. Thank you with regards to messages for all of you who have sent such lovely messages whilst I was feeling unwell. I really do appreciate it all. Thank you so much. So for Leo, thank you. So we've got number 18, which is the Guardian card for you here. This is about a growing confidence that you are having in yourself. And that's a very beautiful space to be. It's a growing self-respect that you're having within yourself. It is an awareness of that you are not so much isolated, but connected to everything in a way that you are beginning to see clearly. You're beginning to have a sort of broader perspective, a peripheral vision of things. And this is you taking responsibility. Let me show you this card again. You taking responsibility for your life. Things are starting to come into harmony. You have how you act is with integrity about things. You're sticking true to your values. And you've also understood that we don't necessarily need to control things in order for things to happen. We don't necessarily need to have all of the answers right now. There is a sort of relaxedness about you. You're sort of at a place of, okay, I'm just going to see what happens. And because of all of this, because of this shift you've done within yourself, you are starting and you are feeling that there is a degree of hope that you have for the future as well. So that's on the bottom of the deck. And then I'm seeing the Wheel of Life, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which is just perfect. So now which cards am I going to use to back that up? I think we're going to use the Spirit Song Tarot. Thank you, Spirit. More on the God card, please. And you know, the God card also talks to us about the fact that we are all connected. We are all source energy. Energy is all inclusive. Everything is connected like a spider's web. We are not alone. And that we are the universe, source energy experiencing itself through us. Alan Watts talks about through our eyes, the universe perceives itself. And when we have that awareness, things don't seem quite so scary. We don't feel quite so alone. We see a sense of rhythm to life. We understand and see cycles, importantly. And that's what I was saying, the Wheel of Fortune now with the sort of cycles happening. I'll just show you. There you go. And we have much more trust and hope in things because we understand that everything is happening for us within our own space, within our own creativity. And actually we are causing and creating things in our life for us. So let's have a look to see what else Spirit wants to say about the God card. Thank you. 9 of Cups. Look at this. Wish fulfillment. Just as I was talking about gratitude and fulfillment. This is the Penguin. The Penguin for me is where you felt you couldn't do much before. You were almost trapped within a space of fear and what if this happens or what if that happens? What will people think of this? Now you're in a space of knowing, just like the penguin who can't fly but can still do so much. and is an amazing creature. We all love to watch her, and is very lovable as well, and very determined too, that this is where you are. And the Nine of Cups, my darling, let me show you this card again. The Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment. It's a card of feeling gratitude for where you are, gratitude for yourself. This is about self-respect. This is about you, although you felt that you couldn't do things, nothing has stopped you from doing them. And you are now beginning to radiate this sort of energy that is in such a high vibration that you're starting to see things that you had been looking to manifest to come into your life, because you're not attached to anything. And if you are, you kind of let go of it very quickly, with the understanding that everything is exactly as it's meant to be, and you're very, very grateful for it all, whether it was good or bad. And I think this is wonderful. And you feel, I'm getting the expression, look up, look up, look up. So whenever you are pausing for a moment, you are looking up, as in looking up to God, looking up to the universe, and you're asking for the right answers, with the understanding they will come to you at exactly the right time. So that is an amazing start for reading for you, Leo. Let's have a look at what you're most wishing for at this time. Thank you, Spirit, for Leo. Thank you. Same card has appeared, the Wheel of Life. So you're wishing for things to make a shift now, wishing for things to make a change. I feel, because there is within you that sort of penguin thing about sometimes you can't do as much as you wish to have done right now. You're sort of, there's a slight impatience within you. Okay, you're wanting things to happen now. You feel like you've done a lot of the groundwork. There's been a much change within you. So Spirit is saying, and it's one of the biggest lessons or remembrances for us, is about patience, because we have to sometimes, well, at all times really, put our trust and faith in ourselves. That's our higher selves as well. Put our trust and faith in the universe, that there is a divine plan. And it is with a wink as well. It is with expect the unexpected, with the wheel. Let the universe surprise you. Let the universe delight you. There is a divine timing to this, and divine timing sometimes means, when it is a big shift and a change in life that we're looking for, there are various other elements that have to come into play. Just like that spider's web, there are various things that are being weaved together, and there is always a beautiful divine timing. This is, with this Wheel of Fortune card for you here again, this is a reminder that we have, it's about acceptance of where we are. And I feel the best way of explaining this is that we have a radical acceptance of nature, don't we? We don't get cross with the plants and the flowers and the trees. We just don't. We have a radical acceptance that they will grow as they're meant to, in divine timing, in nature's timing. And we come from the same source energy, and yet we don't apply that radical acceptance for ourselves. And so this is talking about, there is a meaning, there is a reason behind everything that's happening for you at the time. There is a rhythm to it. The Wheel of Life is about the omniverse, and the omniverse is all there is. Arranged verse means arranged in a metrical rhythm. All there is, arranged in a metrical rhythm. So it is with that understanding that, and all of these in these cards, turn it over, all of these in these cards here, you've got lots of flowers and fruits and blossoms. So the Spirit is saying to you, the seeds that you have planted, this wonderful place that you've come to, but everything you've done for yourself in the past, everything that you have nourished within yourself, it is all coming in for you at the right time. And expect that unexpected, having no expectations to outcomes, but trusting, just like the seasons, there will be a timing for this for you. And there is also within Mother Nature the reminder for us that everything goes through those cycles of kind of creation, blossoming, rest, and rebirth again. And so do we. And sometimes I feel our greatest cause of unhappiness is our sort of demand for permanent happiness. And we too go through cycles. And it is necessary for us to go through those cycles in order for us to continually shift and change. That is evolution. And evolution always moves forward. So just trust that sometimes there is a reason for a necessary conflict, a necessary upset. There is a reason for it at a higher level that we may not be unaware of, but with the trust that it's happening for us, then comes radical acceptance about where we are. And I feel that you know that, and this is just a reminder for you. So let's have a look at a little bit more about this. And one of the things I've been talking about in the recent readings about necessary conflict is that, within our bodies, there is always conflict going on between our cells, the different blood cells, and we are blissfully unaware of it. At our level, it is necessary in order for us to be. And if we were to get too involved, we might take sides, but we don't. We are above it. So just apply that same thing to where you are right now. Thank you, Spirit. More on the wheel. And the wheel is a wonderful card because it is just saying stand back and observe it all unfolding. And so it should be so at this time, and trust that everything you've known already. Don't doubt what you know. Don't doubt that feeling of connectivity, that feeling of knowing. It's all unfolding for you beautifully. So more on this card, please. More on the wheel of life. Thank you for Leo. Thank you. As you know, gratitude, and counting your blessing transforms your reality, because you're in that present moment going, my God, it feels amazing. I'm so grateful for this. And that energy of gratitude is an incredibly powerful energy. It is so much more powerful than any negative energy tying you back with something. So look at this. So you had the wheel of life, and now to clarify this, and this is what you are most wanting. You've got this 6 of Cups, which is the soulmate card, sentiment and joy. And I feel with this, with the otter, I don't know if somebody's coming back to you, because this 6 of Cups can talk about the soulmate and sort of fond memories of the fond memories of the past are kind of regenerating emotional feelings within either you or another. And that could be so. And it's sort of influencing both yours or theirs insight into the future. But the otters, these two otters are both looking in the same direction. So whatever that may mean for you, either you and them, or you and them, either you and them are both have the same direct perception and the same focus and intent looking towards the future, which is beautiful. Or this is somebody coming in for you that will have that same perception as you. But the otter is a reminder for you, because the otters are sort of childlike and they play. Otters are incredible spirit animals because they talk about so many things on so many different levels. They talk about being very comfortable with their emotions. They're in the water. It talks about them sort of overcoming obstacles by going with the water over them, allowing and obstacles, obviously, boulders are obstacles, but allowing their emotions to sort of flow over the boulders. And it means that as you are in a space of allowing your feelings to come and go and process them without too much sticking there, without too much sort of attachment to thought processes. So it's feeling the feelings without too much of the context going on in the mind. This is that process of just letting go and letting God. And it's sort of going with the flow of life. And the otters are very, very focused on self-love too, because if they didn't, they wouldn't survive. So they do look after themselves very, very well. And there's always, always solutions, universal solutions given to what we may perceive as problems in our life. And problems tend to be things that haven't happened the way that we wish for them to happen. But you are either, looking to manifest a soulmate relationship into your life because you're now at a space where you feel like you're ready for it. And Spirit Universe is saying, yes, it's coming at the right time for you. But it could also mean for some of you, if you are thinking about a certain person, it could be somebody coming back from the past who's been on their journey. And you both needed to be on a separate journey in order to come back in the right space, the right energy, and the same authenticity about yourselves and each other. So I think that's a wonderful card for you there, my darlings. Now we're going to look at Spirit's advice for you. Thank you. What is Spirit's advice for Leo? And what I'm also receiving with this as well, with this card, is if this is what you are manifesting, then don't talk about things that you don't want to manifest in your life. Simply look and speak in the direction that you want to go. That is the story to focus on. We all have a habit of talking too much about things that are negative and complaining about them, or talking to other people about things that we fear of happening. That gives it energy. And where attention goes, energy flows. So just that gives it attention. So then the energy flows there and things start to happen there. So try and bring yourself back to this present moment at all times and looking in the direction that you want to go, looking and speaking in that. Make that your predominant intent, being in the present moment and doing that and allowing things to unfold in nature's way. There's a wonderful new expression that the universe has given me, which I love, called the Wu Wei. This is letting go and letting God. And the Wu Wei is simply, it's a Chinese expression for, it's a sort of acting in the way that things exist, acting in accordance with the way things exist, and not forcing anything. This is the going with the flow. Just like you would not force a lock, you jiggle a lock. This is extraordinary today. Maybe somebody wants to say something to somebody, but I'm feeling a little bit tongue-tied at times. So it's interesting, whatever energies I'm picking up on. So kind of just imagine that Wu Wei is either it's saying, I'm not going to do it my way, which sometimes is trying to make things happen. I'm going to do it the Wu Wei. I'm going to act in accordance, just like with nature. Everything happens just as it should do. Nothing is forcing on another. So let's move back to this deck and get Spirit's advice for you. Thank you. Spirit's advice for Leo. Healing. So there has been, this is number 8. This is a reminder for you about patience. It's a reminder for you about the necessity of rest, of rejuvenation. It is exactly as it's meant to be right now. Your awareness and your enlightenment is in the understanding that at this moment in time, in this present time, there is nowhere to go. There is nobody else you need to be, or who you should be, or things you need to do other than the way you are right now. This is, so if you feel that there is a sort of energy of, okay, I'm feeling really, really good, but nothing's happening, it's because it's not the right time. This is a time of non-action for you right now. This is a time of Wu Wei on a daily basis, just jiggling along, just going with how things are. And to have patience with yourself as well, because there are, sometimes we can criticize ourselves too much to say, well, I'm not feeling like I should be doing this or I should be doing that. And should is not a great word, because it implies that what we are not doing, we should be doing, and therefore we are not good enough. We're not dynamic enough. We're not energetic enough to do it. We don't time manage ourselves properly. So remove the word should out of your vocabulary and kind of replace it with, I desire to do this. Do I feel like doing that? What really do I want to do? And whatever you do, if there are things that you have to do them with as much enthusiasm as possible, because it brings you into this present moment of embracing all that is and being grateful for it. So this is the healing card. You don't get that God card without having gone through a huge shift and change within yourself. And it's just a reminder from Spirit that there is a time and a place for everything. And at this moment in time, just to accept that right now, it is still a rest time for you, and the reason for that deep down. What it is still that may need to be looked at and released. And if it's not so much a rest time, it's more of a relaxed time. It's more of you've released, you're relaxing, and then you're receiving by simply focusing on what it is that you're wishing to manifest into your life. And if you focus on it with if you are simply focusing on the feeling that you get when thinking about it and imagining it, imagination is creative source energy. If you imagine it without any feelings of lack and not having it in your life, you are willing it to happen. God's will is your will. You are the universe experiencing itself. And then you've got, they're very funny. This is advice from spirit. You've got this 9 of crystals, which is the spider's web I've talked about, which is the 9 of pentacles. And it says here, security and abundance. You can either choose to see where you are right now as being caught, trapped in a space, or you are weaving it all together and you are meticulous about it at a soul level because it is all divinely time place. Everything is connected. Everything energetically is connected. And it talks about, you know, the spider is meticulous. The spider is patient. The spider is a master of its craft. It is beautiful to see a spider create a web. That is creative life force energy. We are the same. And so Spirit is saying what you are doing is beautiful. Where you are right now is perfect. And the spider does not get upset if she creates a web and it gets destroyed. She simply goes and creates another one. So it is about a reminder about the cycles as well, but it's also the reminder for yourself about this confidence that you have in yourself, in your growth, in your self-development, in your emotional feelings about yourself and others, about your awareness of what it is that makes you you, what is your light, what is your dark, which gives you more understanding of the light and the dark in others, because we are all the light and the dark. And there are it is a time for you with this 9 of Pentacles to look at taking those necessary baby steps forward in your life with the understanding that you are causing and creating them all, and having that joy and delight in it, having fun with the universe as well, you know, manifesting things into your life that you have absolutely no attachment to. And it is all appearing for you now. And there is a certain beautiful empowerment that you are feeling, and Spirit is reminding you, when you have felt that feeling, to step back into that space. You know, you, darling, hold the power to create your life within you. And when we put our trust and faith in our soul, in our higher self, in divine source wisdom, in divine source energy, and we let go of this perceived generational society taught thing that we have to constantly be doing in order to achieve, and come back to that state of being, come back to that beautiful state of stillness, come back to that state of appreciation, knowing that what we are causing, creating, comes from the power within our imagination, our desires, and our thoughts. Remember that, you know, that creative expression, your creative expression is your desires, it's your imagination, it's that soul, that source energy, that's original source energy. That's not repetitive thoughts, which tend to be conditioned old beliefs we have. You are releasing all of that. So just trust that you are exactly where you're meant to be, as this spider, weaving together all of your desires and your life path. So that is advice from Spirit. Let's pull an extra card for you. Thank you, my darlings. Thank you for 9 of Pentacles, an extra card. Oh, no, I've done that already, haven't I? There. So now I'm going to pull the likely outcome for you. Thank you. Strength. Beautiful, beautiful card. Number 14, 1 and 4 is 5. 5 is change. This is the strength card is about you continuing to take those baby steps, even when you feel it's making you, you know, it's taking you out of your comfort zone, because it's only when we act through our fear that we become strong. And this is what the strength card is doing. And if we're acting with instinct, if we're acting with a passion, if we're acting with determination, but a determination that's based on faith and knowing in ourselves, not a kind of controlling, forcing determination, and also with the strength in understanding there are times when we have to stand still, the strength and wisdom that we don't necessarily know all the answers, and that's okay. We're not meant to know them at this time. The strength of appreciating that we have weaknesses within ourselves, just as we have strengths. It's all of this coming together. And continue, my darling, to speak from the heart. Continue to do things that feel right from you. And when you speak from the heart, it's also speaking to yourself. It's not ignoring what your heart is telling you as well. So let's see one more card from this. But I you know, with this card, this is very much you are You've done the groundwork. There is something extraordinary with the elk here, with you've got the owl here, you've got the skunk, you've got the snake. This is an extraordinary card of connectivity to all that is. It is really you starting to see things more and more so through, oh my goodness, how wonderful is this? Through the eyes of all there is, if that makes sense to you. And what they've given you with this, which is just lovely, is if this is regarding you for a love reading, or for a soulmate, or something to do, soulmates don't have to be a love relationship, but something that's important to you. You've got here the world, and you've got here the Four of Acorns. So this is the likely outcome. This is first of all, with the world card, this is a completion for you. A completion of a cycle, and a completion that comes with fulfillment and joy and celebration. And the whale is the most extraordinary animal. It represents for you the journey that you've been on, a long journey, but how you communicate now differently. You communicate with others differently. You communicate with yourself differently, and you feel your way around things rather than react to things. You feel your way around. And I was reminded the other day about how the whale call can make people cry, because it is that sound, that beautiful vibrational sound that our soul remembers. And you are answering the soul's call, your soul's call at this time. And this is you with his strength card, being incredibly empowered, feeling incredibly insightful about where you are, not holding on to anything that just doesn't serve you anymore, and acting at one with your feelings, which is wonderful. And with the Four of Acorns, this talks to me about some form of commitment to another, commitment to yourself, soul family around you, enjoying the results of all your hard work, my darling. And I'm going to pull one more card for this. This would be a real sense of security for you as well. Not that you need it how you used to need it, but just a really lovely feeling. It's very much a space of harmony that you're going to be in. I want to pull one more card, please. Thank you. Tell me more about the Six of Cups and the outcome of the Four of Wands. Thank you. Well, it's... just finishing off here. Okay, so which order would you like it in first? First card I saw again, Six of Cups. So this is, for me, very much a reading about some deep soulmate relationship that you have. And it's just a reminder, just like dogs know, okay? Dogs know, dogs live in the present moment. There is loyalty there as well. There is huge love there too. And if it hasn't appeared in your life, it is appearing, because you've got both the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. This is my Light Seers Tarot, by the way. So you've got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. This is something, do you see that spider's web almost there? This is a reminder for you, 3 tools of creation. What you think, speak, and do now are you're placing in your future. So you are causing and creating this by the power of your imagination and your thoughts. And the Ace of Cups is a wonderful card representing something that is so emotionally fulfilling for you, that will fill you with gratitude. But it all starts, it's a divinely timed gift, but it starts with the self-love that you've been giving yourself. And here comes a Knight of Cups. There is communication coming. There is a letter here. There is somebody who is very spiritually aware. And if this is somebody you know, they have gone on a journey just like you have, in order to have that more understanding about who they are in relation to other people. They come with love. They come led by their instinct. They come led with their instinct. They are coming with an open heart as well. There is a little bit of a song and dance about it, which is quite sweet. But they are coming wanting to spend time with you in a very relaxed way. And that's the message that I received from this card for you. So, and what I'm also getting is there is something about home here. They want to... it's something about maybe, I don't know, maybe moving in with you, but I'm sort of getting that thing about the hat and the home. And they're also coming, thank you, Spirit, they're also coming with respect for you too. And they are wanting to just be open in front of you and vulnerable as well. Anyway, my darlings, I think that's a beautiful reading. And now at the bottom of the deck, you've got the Sun card, which is the happiness card. And it talks about the inner healing that's happened that you have done for yourself. And I feel with this person, whether you know them or not, they have done it for themselves too. So my darling, I hope that helped with those that resonated with this reading. And I look forward to doing you another reading within a couple of weeks. In the meantime, take care and so much love. Bye-bye.